The hero returns with his doggy. Welcome back, everyone. Look at that. Rocking the dragon scale armor. Aww. Yeah, boy. Okay. Well, let's... Oh, wait. I don't have my shield on. Why is that? Let's head to Ozma. Well, actually, let's go to camp and do a little talking.
It will
be done? Never mind. Never mind. Hello, dun dun. Is it me you're looking for? Mosi wags his tail and looks at Sten.
Yes, it is good to have my sword at my side again. I call her Asala, the soul, my soul. She is forged from rare blue steel and has served me faithfully for many years. Yes, you understand what it is like to have a weapon that is part of you. Few others do.
Cool.
What say you?
Want to discuss something personal.
Again? I'm game.
Never mind.
What say you?
Care to answer some questions?
By all means.
So tell me about your adventures.
My adventures? I'm hardly an old man just returned from across the ocean, am I? Should I shake my fist at nearby children while I talk about the good old days?
You certainly talk like you've had adventures.
Falling down a flight of stairs is an adventure. Falling into someone's bed, also an adventure.
Well,
I am assuming what you're looking for are professional anecdotes. Let's see, my second mission ever for the Crows was a bit intriguing. I was sent to kill a mage who had been meddling in politics.
The Crows were willing to anger the circle of Magi?
In Antiva, nobody is too important to escape the reach of the Crows. They've killed kings and queens. That is simply how it is. As it turned out, the mage in question was quite a delightful young woman. Long, divine legs, as I recall. I caught her in a carriage on her way to escape to the provinces. After I killed her guard, she got down on her hands and knees and begged for her life. Rather aptly, I might add. So I joined her in the carriage for the night and left the next morning.
Ah, well. And she didn't try to kill you?
Well, yes, twice, actually. Then she decided to try and use me instead. The woman had actually convinced me to speak to the Crows on her behalf. What can I say? I was young and foolish at the time. Then, as I was kissing her goodbye to return to Antiva City, she slipped on the threshold and fell backwards out of the carriage. Broke her neck. Shame, really, but at least it happened quickly.
Oh. Did that make you upset?
At first, yes. Well, not upset. Surprised is really a better word. Then I found out that she had told the driver to take her to Janellen instead. She had planned to lose me in the provinces. I would have looked very foolish to the Crows. As it was, my master was very impressed that I had done such a fine job of making it look like an accident. The Circle of Magi was unaware of foul play, and everyone was happier all around.
Well, except for the mage.
I suppose, but she was dead. She didn't need to be happy. It was after that when I learned that one needn't let a pretty face go to your head. Professionalism was key. That's my moral of the day, you see.
A wise lesson to be learned.
And one that not everyone learns, I'm sad to say. But that's enough tale spinning from me for the moment. Talking about the mage has made me a bit nostalgic, I'm afraid. Ah, the good old days.
You've seen and touched Andraste's ashes. They are the holiest thing on this earth, the remains of the Maker's Chosen.
I would not have disturbed them but for the owl's sake.
I know, it seems almost irreverent to use her as a curative, and it is also a tiny bit morbid. I do not know if I am worthy to look upon her.
Why do you even revere Andraste?
Why shouldn't I? I don't understand.
Well, we don't need Andraste if the Maker speaks to you.
Always see what you're asking. If the Maker has not truly abandoned us, why would Andraste need to intercede with the Maker on our behalf? I have never thought of this. I revere her because she's the Maker's divine bride. I do not have any other explanation.
Alright, we should get moving anyway.
You are right. Our demon is running out of time as we speak.
But we actually cured him already. Okay. Never mind, honey.
Ask away.
I had another dream about the archdemon.
Yes, me too. And I got the feeling at the end there that it saw us, was aware of us, whatever you want to call it. Could have just been my imagination, I suppose. What do you think?
I think the archdemon needs to die, and quickly.
Well, short of waltzing through the entire Darkspawn horde and tapping it on the nose, I'm not sure just how we're supposed to do that. But killing the archdemon is the general plan, I understand. Good to have you on board. I guess one thing is certain at least, isn't it? It's official. This is a blight.
You called.
I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Actually, never mind.
Very well.
Want to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak then.
That's enough for now.
Then I suggest we move on.
Let's go.
As you wish.
Shale.
It speaks.
I have some questions.
It doesn't have better things to do.
What comes, my friend?
I'd like to discuss something personal.
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Never mind.
What comes, my friend?
Like to talk about something?
So, full of questions, are you?
Never mind. Oh, I think we don't have anything to talk about. Oh, we could just talk to Zevran.
What say you?
Care to answer some questions?
By all means.
Alright. What is your opinion on the Dalish?
I know little enough of the Dalish other than the fact that my mother was one, or so I was told. She had fallen in love with an elven woodcutter and accompanied him back to the city, leaving her clan behind for good. And there, of course, the woodcutter died of some filthy disease and my mother was forced into prostitution to pay off his debts. Oldest tale in the book.
Zevran, that's horrible.
Is it? It seemed normal enough a tale growing up. No different than the other elven boys in the whorehouse. I didn't know my mother either, of course. She died giving birth to me. My first victim, as it were. We were all raised communally by the whores. It was a happy enough existence, ignoring the occasional beating. Until eventually I was sold to the crows. I brought a good price, so I hear.
And yet you're oddly cheerful about it.
It could have been much worse. Shall I tell you about what happened to the other whorehouse boys who did not fetch a decent price with the crows? Surely your life has not been so idyllic. People like you and I are not the product of happy lives of contentment, after all.
Huh. You can say that again.
My original point is that my mother's Dalish nature was always a point of fascination for me. Through all the years of my crow training, the one thing of my mother's that I possessed was a pair of gloves. They were of Dalish make, I knew that much, and beautiful. I had to keep them hidden, of course, as we were not allowed such things. Eventually, they were discovered, and I never saw them again.
But how do you feel about the Dalish in general?
I don't feel anything about them. Oh, we heard about them in the city, even deep in Antiva. I even had the notion once to run off and join them. Naturally, the reality did not live up at all to the fantasies I had constructed as a boy, staring at those gloves. But such is life. Come, enough talk of the Dalish. Let us move on.
Alright. Well, let's buy some presents.
If there's anything I can do for you, I'm sure...
Well, we might as well, right? Let's see. Let's see. Stick for Puppy. Flute for Liliana. Alistair door for Morrigan. Rock for Shield. Shield for Alistair. Prayers for Sten. Antiva and Brandy. Kings and ugly. Okay. Amulet of Memories. I think that's for Win. I'm not sure. See what these presents are. Shield. Puppy. Let's give you the stick. Let's give you a pet rock.
I'm to keep this, am I? Fine.
We'll name the rock, can we name a... What do we name a pet rock? We'll name it Shalgor. That's a weak name. Liliana, flute for you.
Why, thank you so much.
Morgan, Alistair doll.
Interesting.
Alistair. Really? That's...
Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
You don't want that? Huh. Amulet of Memories.
Most kind.
I thought you would have wanted that, Alistair. Canary. Prayers for the dead.
You have my thanks.
Alistair doesn't like that. I thought you would have wanted that shield. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
there's anything I can do for you, I'm sure you'll be pleased.
That's funny. I thought he would have wanted that shield. Oh wells. Oh wells. I thought he'd... oh wait, no, we already gave him a doll. Okay, never mind then. I think this Antivan brandy is for Zevran. And here's your brandy.
How nice.
You have anything to say now?
I have been mistaken.
What do you mean?
You are a soldier worthy to stand among the Beresad. I did not think so when we first met.
What changed your mind?
You did, of course. The day will come when the Arishok sends us here. On that day, I will not look to find you on the battlefield.
You think the Canary will invade Ferelden?
In time.
There is no point in dwelling on it. We should move on.
Let's go.
As you wish.
The Canary will invade Ferelden?
Ask away.
Never mind.
What say you?
Can I answer some questions?
By all means.
So tell me more about your adventures.
Again? Well now, what might interest you, I wonder? Shall I describe the stages involved with Lanthrax poisoning? I watched a man go through all 7 once.
Well, that sounds like fun. I mean, I use poisons after all.
Haha, you have rather macabre tastes, I see. I like that. Let's see, how about the largest battle I ever took part in? That would have been the slaughter of Prince Azrin. Did you hear of that down in these parts?
You killed a prince?
Me? Not personally, but I did take part in the attack. Prince Azrin was 4th in line to the throne, you see. He started off as 11th, but worked his way up the old-fashioned method by inheriting control of an entire Crocel from his grandfather. After assassinating his way through the royal family, the king hired 3 other cells to take down Prince Azrin once and for all. I was in one of those cells.
Is this sort of thing common in Antiva?
Antivan royalty is very much bound up in the Crows. You wouldn't want it run by a bunch of commoners, after all, would you? And this means they get involved in politics quite often. This particular fight nearly bankrupted the nation, I understand. It almost ended up putting a Crow on the throne, a commoner. But that's a whole different story. I played a very small part.
So what did you do?
My part in the entire battle was taken up trying to reach Princess Verina, who had thrown in with her brother. I killed about 11 of her guards personally before I got knocked out of a window. I landed in a river and nearly drowned. I was fished out by some urchins who robbed me blind. Made off with my boots, too. At least they didn't cut my throat. And that was my part in history.
Oh. You're very lucky indeed.
It's true. I live a charmed life. One of the prostitutes that raised me was a fortune teller. Said I wouldn't die young. She was rather startled by that. But there you go. Tale told. Let's be off before I tell more embarrassing stories, huh?
Okay, that one was funny. That was funny. But I'll cut off everyone. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.